Yo, party peeps, what is up? It's your boy, the best Gabber in the biz. The final show of 2024 of WWE is officially in the books. And oh man, a lot of stuff went down here tonight. Weird entrance music changes, a heated promo battle setting up, and more incredibly huge personal grudge match next week. And a prayer that, a certain match next week goes a certain way. Guys, let's just stop talking about it and let's start gabbing about it. First things first, per usual, New Day can't get a damn word in. And even Jey Uso was like, yeet. Yeet. Get the F out of here. New Day sucks. I don't want to deal with it. All before getting laid out by Drew McIntyre, the Bloodline Hunter, basically. He's taking out Sami Zayn twice. And now he's coming for Jey Uso. The match is made for next week. McIntyre, Jey Uso. Obviously, McIntyre is going to win. And then Jimmy, I guess, it was broken toe. It depends how long he can get back. But the end goal for him is to obviously go after everyone. And then obviously he's going to come for Roman at some point. So what I'm really, really, really hoping is, while I know Drew is going to be Jey next week, please, oh please, oh please, oh please, can we not have Drew screw Roman out of the Ulafala Tribal Combat match next week so that Solo can be this freaking still the Tribal Chief? Because then that'll just make it so that Reigns tries to come back for it later. The feud needs to be done. It needs to be whatever. I don't even care about Roman and Rock at this point. Reigns just needs to get the Ulafala back, because if he is going to have a main event WrestleMania match with CM Punk, bro's got to be the Tribal Chief. Can't go into that not being the Tribal Chief, being the real head of the table. So Drew, keep your shit together, bro, next week. And for real, just stay out of it. Next week's Raw is about friggin' we're advertising, Rollins, Punk, Rhea versus Liv, Last Woman Standing, Reigns versus Solo Tribal Combat. Next week is the week of long, overdone feuds being put to rest. With some good stuff, kind of being in between, mostly with Roman and Solo. Roman and Solo, Rhea versus Liv, shit's gotta end with the right results. Rhea winning and Roman winning, and then we can be done. So Drew, for the love of God, for the love of all that is holy in this sport, keep a lid on it for one match. Not a whole night. One match. Please. Okay, guys. So, we had some good stuff happen and some weird stuff happen here on Raw tonight. The good, Dakota Kai is going to the finals of the Women's IC title tournament. She's going to face Lyra Valkyria. Let's go. She needs to get the dub. I like Lyra. I really do. But this can literally be the case of Michin versus Chelsea Green. That match and this match, those are the first two champions right there. But Dakota Kai, just like Chelsea Green, needs to be the one to win. She is overdue. She has busted her ass. Let's freaking go. I made that perfectly clear. We all know how we feel. Weird thing to happen tonight. The Judgment Day got a new entrance theme. It's not bad, but compared to what it was, it's not even close. And it kind of just completes the downward spiral the whole group has really been going on since it split up and became the current Judgment Day that we have now. The old Judgment Day was cool, but we really did not appreciate it enough as much as we did, because god dang it, it had more aura than we were maybe giving it credit for when compared to what we've had since post SummerSlam. But it's just very weird, because this group is not gonna last much longer. This group is low-key gonna be done before, or at least by the end of WrestleMania, Raw after Mania or whatever, or maybe even because of the draft. I don't know. But this group's not gonna be a thing by May. So I'm very surprised they actually went through and changed their music. See, that guy, he's trying to move his ass out of here fast paced. He's like, what the hell are we doing? But seriously, what are we doing? It just feels like a weird addition to this not even Judgment Day group that really wasn't that necessary. But hey, it is what it is. Let's just hope this next image is what we get next week, and the world in a way can start healing again. Guys, tonight it was the final face-off between CM Punk and Seth Rollins before their huge personal grudge match. Basically, 10 years in the making, happening next Monday night. In the main event, I'm guessing, like, I've seen so many different conflicting reports of who's main eventing. Is it Roman Solo or Punk and Rollins? I really don't know. We're just going to have to watch and see at this freaking point. One of them's kicking off and one's main eventing. Let's just be for real. So, we got the match. Huge personal grudge match, obviously. And they just had a really great promo battle. Obviously, not surprised. You could say who won. Well, I could see Punk. I could see Rollins. Both brought up very, very, very good points. But at the end of the day, I'm going to go with my point here. I don't know if I'm alone on this. I feel like Seth Rollins needs to win next week more. I do. Both will be fine with losing. They don't get hurt. But I really feel like Seth needs this win more. I do. Punk was right in what he said. Rollins stayed here and took the shit that Punk didn't want to stay here and take. Now that's both led to their own choices. Some not great and some good. But, like, okay, Rollins has said it. Rest in peace forever. We love you. Bray Wyatt, Seth Rollins, we all know that cluster effort that was. And that was literally Vince. It really set Seth back a couple years. He didn't win a freaking world championship for like 4 years after that. Not even a damn singles title for like 3 years after that. Friggin' hell. And like he went to like 2 or 3 gimmick changes. But at the end of the day, I just think Seth needs to win more. Because if you really think about the story, like Seth is the guy that like stayed here, who got through the shit on his own. He did it himself. Vince didn't help him get back to where he got to. He made it himself. People going, oh, like he made that himself. He got no help from Vince. Vince was gone by the time that really started hitting its peak. So I feel like Rollins should be the one to win because it's just weird for Punk to then come back here and then beat one of the guys that was literally one of the top guys in this place. I would say the same thing for Roman and Punk. Roman 1,000% should be Punk. If you say otherwise, I'm going to be like, dude, are you out of your mind? But at the end of the day, Punk's not probably going to drop L's to both of them. At least not back to back. So Punk probably is most likely going to win. And maybe, because I don't think this should be a one-off, then maybe Rollins delves into a little bit more of a heel stuff tactics going into their next match, whenever it is later on the year, even if it's post-Mania, and then he wins that one, do a trilogy sometime finishing up this year, which I'm fine with. But if this is a one-off, like they're really just trying to be like, all right, one time only, done and done, then we move on, I'm going to be like, nah, dude, Seth should win. Seth should win. I'm for real. And then I saw some dumbass person like, how the F do you not want this? After seeing that, not before the main event at WrestleMania for the world title. And I'm like, dude, look how excited you are. And look how big that was and is with no world title. You're basically saying, no world title, this isn't important. That's what you're saying. Not every big major feud needs a world title. Could it have it? Yes. Does it need it? No. Fate has made that perfectly clear with what happened the last year. I think Punk is going out to fight Roman. I don't know what Seth does. I don't think he's fighting Gunther. I think he's going to have a whole different opponent. WrestleMania, one that we probably even can't see. So, at the end of the day, though, I'm sticking to it. I think Rollins should win. But at the end of the day, it's most likely going to be Punk. But hey, it's the first Raw of Netflix, 2025. Shit's going to hit the fan throughout the year for both WWE and AEW in great freaking effing fashion. So who knows? Literally anything could happen.
Yes.
Okay, you guys, that is Raw. We are done. Keep putting in the rearview mirror. We are done. 2024 is over. This was a huge year for me. I went to a lot of AEW shows like I do like every year, and they were all super fantastic. But I got to live out a lifelong dream for the past 10 years of being a wrestling fan, and I got to go to my first WrestleMania. The cup is right here behind me. I got to see Zayn dethroning Gunther, ending his historic reign. R-Truth having his moment. Cody finishing his story. Priest cashing in his Money in the Bank contract. Like, this has been just a great year for me as a fan, and all of us as fans. Like, we've seen guys like Priest and Swerve be elevated through their world title reigns and become where they are now. We saw Bryan Danielson win the AEW World Championship in front of 50,000 people in Wembley Stadium. Beautiful friggin' moment. Great championship wins by guys like Daniel Garcia and Private Party and like friggin' just God. And hell, if you watch NXT Faction, they've been killing it all friggin' year. So this has been a great year for pro wrestling. 2025, streaming platforms right here on the horizon for both WWE and AEW. It's going to be absolutely great, and it starts this Wednesday, January 1st, 2025. Fight for the Fallen, the mother of all simulcasts. We got Copeland and FTR, rated FTR versus Moxley, Wheeler, and Claudio, the Death Riders, in the main event. It's going to be awesome. We got Hangman Adam Page versus Orange Cassidy for the first time ever. Will Hangman get back to the mountaintop in 2025? Honestly, I do think so. Cowboys shiznit it, burning people's houses down. Let's go. That is going to be a great way to kick off the streaming era of wrestling, where both companies just doing totally kick ass on the streaming platforms, packed houses for years and years and years and years to come. And then SmackDown this Friday. It's the first 3-hour SmackDown. Will Reigns finally say or do something before freaking fighting Solo? I mean, I guess maybe it's a good thing he has it, because then he can just walk in and smash him, stack him, and pin him, and take back his Ulafala. And then obviously Raw, Netflix, you already know how big it is and how much they're promoting it, because if you haven't noticed, WWE is on fire right now. That lead kicks us off to the roads to the Royal Rumble, which leads us to the road to WrestleMania 41. And on the AEW side, you got Grand Slam Australia and freaking Revolution after that. And then it's just a whole crazy wild rest of the year, which will be awesome after that. You're not going to want to miss any of these shows going down. You're certainly not going to want to miss what your boy, the best gabber in the biz, has to say afterwards. Cannot friggin' wait. Hell, honestly, before the 2025 is over, I will be going live and I will be streaming these shows every friggin' week for you guys. But for now, until then, I hope you guys enjoyed the last Raw of the year. I hope you enjoyed 2024 as a whole. It was great. It's time to start a whole new cycle and trip around the sun. So let's freaking go. So deuces, puces, and I'll see you guys after Dynamite this Wednesday. Oh, and Gunther, by the way, you officially got 7 days, bitch, until your ass can count down to the end. So see you soon when we say... The Champ!